Then yeah, a bit of a side note. I realised I didn't ask you before about your bass line on "Hard to Love, Easy to Lay." Obviously, quite
Yes.
iconic. Like, how does that come about?
Well, first of all, it's genuinely lovely to hear somebody say it's iconic, particularly with the conversation we've just had about me feeling like an absolute fraud being in a band because I'd never picked up a bass until that first rehearsal with Dan and Si. Um, that came about, I was at home at my parents' in bed one Christmas, and it was Christmas Eve, and I'd been to the pub with my dad. I'd been to the pub with my dad. I was lying in bed, and I can't remember what I was watching on TV, but I was trying to play along to the theme tune. I really can't remember what it was, which is a shame because it might have been a bit of a key to where that bass line came from. So I was a bit pissed. Anyway, I couldn't play along to it, but I had come up with sort of this riff that I really, really liked. Um, and I was like, I didn't have any way of recording it. I didn't have an amp with me. I only had my bass. Um, so I just had to remember it. I didn't know what fucking notes I was playing. I didn't know if it was a D, G, E. I still don't know. I don't care. You know, I'm a punk. I don't care. So I just had to remember it. I had to remember it. So I had to keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. And like I said, I've been to the pub. I was pissed. It's Christmas Eve, so I wasn't gonna, be able to go out. Got family stuff to do, haven't you? So I wasn't going to be able to play the bass at least the next 2 days. I had to remember it. And then I went back to Leeds, and it was the first thing that I'd ever written for Black Wire previously. The songs we'd had before, Ty had sort of shown me how to, where to place my fingers on the fretboard and what to play. And this is the first time I'd ever sort of taken anything and gone, right, I've written this. Is this something? Can we do anything with this? Um, and yeah, and those two loved it, and that then really gave me the confidence to kind of start writing my own stuff. Um, just that one bass line. Um, but I think it only really came to life when we were in the studio, and Chok Hussain, our producer, had the smart idea of putting a tiny bit of reverb on the bass. Um, Chuck was massively into came from a background of like dub and things like that. And even though, obviously that record doesn't sound dub in any way, the idea of putting the reverb on the bass sort of came from that school of thought, at least. And I kind of think that's what brings it to life a little bit. But it wasn't until years later, and this is I don't oh, you know what? I'm not going to say because we're talking about like bursting bubbles of myth and stuff. I suppose I've got to say now because I've said that. But I kind of think that we had a song called "Very Gone,"
Hmm.
and I realised that the bass line to "Hard to Love" is just "Very Gone," transposed and played in a different rhythm. It's the same fucking bass line.
I'm
Now,
sure a lot of people have done a similar
what
thing.
I'm going to give you the option. This is like there's choose your own adventure books. You've got the key now to you can either edit that out so the mystery and what all the stuff we were talking about remains, or you can leave it in and it does what it does. That is up to you. You've got the power.
Yeah, I see how I feel in my day, I think. But I feel compelled to play it now, so I'll have this as my choice. You won't be picking your own song, but here
Okay.
is
I
here
did
is
think, believe me, I did think about it.
I mean Jamie Reynolds did it, so
Yeah, yeah,
but here's Black Wire with Hard to Love, Easy to Lay.